All right. Let's get a couple things out the way here. Cool. Why is it always gotta pop up over there? Cool. I mean, I really do want to know what these damn drones are. Let me see if my sound's working. Okay, yep, sound's working. Cool. Check my laptop real quick. I'm gonna have to reset this laptop. It's being a bitch lately. Just doesn't want to work, dude. Dude, I'm looking really good lately. Months ago, I was looking at some of my old streams. I looked so sick, dude. Like, now I actually look decent. The hair is actually connecting to the beard a bit. I don't look like I'm dying. It's because I'm in the gym every day. What the hell just happened? Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go get my power cable. Oh! Ow! My back! Cool, let's plug this in. Better work, cool. And now it don't want to work. If anybody comes in and wants to see the Trump hoodie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Something up. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean up this laptop before I go to the inauguration. Because I can't have a bad laptop. Because I'm probably gonna be clipping and live streaming. I wish I could. I'm flying to DC, so I wish I could bring the whole my whole PC with me. That would be a lot better. Alright, that might be about the best I'm gonna get that right there. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta get one more thing off the car. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm here. I'm sorry. If anybody wants to pile in, we're gonna talk about these drones. Because I want to know what the hell these drones are. So I'm going to go ahead and play this News Nation bullshit. I think this is where the governor comes on.
It says it's investigating dozens of mysterious drones spotted in New Jersey. Sightings have been reported above military bases, a naval weapons station, and even flying near President-elect Donald Trump's golf course. Some members of Congress are now demanding answers.
Are we concerned that there are nefarious intentions that could cause either national security or a public safety incident that would put Americans at risk?
There's nothing that is known that would lead me to say that, but we just don't know.
Correspondent Rich McHugh joins me live now. So, Rich, what is the FBI saying about these drones and these drone sightings?
Well, what the FBI is saying, Nicole, is rather alarming, ultimately, that they don't know. You know, I'm here in front of a operations command center of sorts here in New Jersey, Edison, New Jersey, where Homeland Security is meeting with mayors from throughout the state and state representatives. The meeting is underway right now.
What's up, bro?
But they've been sounding the alarm since November with these drone sightings, hundreds and hundreds of them across New Jersey. And it's scaring residents, scaring everybody in around. Apparently, our FBI has no answers as to this. This is a question and answer from
my motherboard went out on my PC, so I couldn't do any live streamings. I made a video, I think, on my laptop, but I couldn't do any live streaming at all. It sucked. But I got a whole new setup now. I got a whole new monitor. I got a new motherboard. I got new RAM sticks. Yeah, it really sucked. But now we're all upgraded and we should be good to go.
From the hearing yesterday, which we were just listening to, but here's another part of it. Take a listen.
What are these freaking drones, man?
You're telling me we don't know
what do you think they are?
What the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness.
No idea.
We don't know what these drones are.
They don't even know.
Now I talked to one.
I think it's something with the government too. Speaking of that,
New Jersey.
Where was the not that. So the Pentagon shoots down Iran mothership claim amid New Jersey drone mystery. So apparently this guy, where was it? There we go. Is my guess saying Iran said they can start a war before Trump? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's what I was thinking too. And that's why they threw it out there. It's like, oh, one of these drones flew over Trump's golf course in New Jersey. He's like, yeah, okay. What was the... Oh my gosh, stop. NJ swarming drones expert says U.S. military likely behind mystery. A foreign adversary or a U.S. military dark program. The origin of the mystery drones over New Jersey is drawing more intense scrutiny by the hour and has become a lingering, unanswered question. This guy says swarming drones who has done research for the Department of Defense and its various branches and for defense contractors such as Lockheed Martin. Okay. I think it's probably ours. That's my guess.
Who has been very vocal about
so
this.
FBI says it has no answers for drones.
You'll hear from him in a second, but I actually talked to a state rep who was in the meeting and just walked out in complete disgust. Take a listen.
I walked out because it was worthless. It was the biggest amateur hour presentation I've ever seen about anything, okay? It was ridiculous. There were no answers. Every question that was asked by a member of the state legislature, great questions, no answers, no resolution. They don't know where the drones are coming from. They don't know who's doing it. They don't know why they're doing it, but they say there's no credible threat. It was annoying to be there.
We had one confirmed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't foresee Iran flying lit up drones and like, hey, look at me, look, I'm here. Yeah, I don't foresee that either. I mean, the only thing that would make sense is it's our government or it's aliens. I don't think it's going to be Iran. Maybe China, because I mean, China can fly their balloons over a country with impunity, but I don't see it being them either. But it could be China, and they could just be like, we don't really give a shit. We know you're not going to do anything. But I don't foresee it being Iran. And it's highly sus that they're going to say it's Iran right at the moment Syria falls. Because, you know, that's next up on the list. General Wesley Clark. What is it? Seven Middle Eastern nations in 5 years, and it's been 20 years. And they finally got Syria. Iran's obviously next on the chopping block. So yeah, that's probably what it is. Oh, I saw this earlier. The Babylon Bee. Drones revealed to be Iranian after closer inspection. This was funny. Or me every night in New Jersey waiting for a drone. Freaking Tony Soprano. Syria's gonna be nuts in a few years. Yeah, I mean, Syria's already nuts, dude. I mean, you've probably seen the videos coming out of Syria. It's, a lot of dead Christians already. It's pretty sad. I did a show last night. I did a live stream last night, and I accidentally, showed an execution. I didn't mean to. But I was going through videos showing people this is what happens, and then I accidentally played the full video. And it was, I think it was a Christian. Yep, that sucks. That's what happens. And if anybody wants to know, you know, because I've already had people tell me, you know, these are freedom fighters. Yep, going to get a lot worse. These are freedom fighters, you know. They're not terrorists. They're taking down tyranny. Well, according to Operation Timber Sycamore, that is a lie. Timber Sycamore was a classified weapons supply and training program run by the United States Central Intelligence Agency and supported by the United Kingdom and some Arab intelligence services, including Saudi intelligence. The aim of the program was to remove Syrian President Bashar al-Assad from power. Launched in 2012 or 2013, it supplied money, weaponry, and training to Syrian opposition groups, blah, blah, blah. One consequence of the program has been a flood of U.S. weapons, including assault rifles, mortars, and rocket-propelled grenades, into the Middle East black market. Critics of the program, concerned about the seizure of weaponry by Islamic groups and Timber Sycamore-backed rebels fighting alongside the Al-Qaeda-affiliated Al-Nusra Front and its allies. So, yeah. Dude, we totally didn't fund these people. Yeah, why is an appropriate question. It's because our government's evil. And see, now that you talk about Trump can't get here fast enough, this is one of the reasons they want to take Trump out. So what did Trump do when he took office in 2017? He immediately cut funding to this program that I just read, Operation Sycamore. He cut $1 billion budget that they had in Syria. And he redirected that budget. Actually, we can go back to the page. He redirected that budget to fight ISIS. Bought tickets to DC for. Hey, I'll be there. Me and my father and my sister and my niece, we're all going to be at the inauguration, so I will be there. So this is what Trump did in 2017. He redirected funds to fight ISIS. It phased it out with funds possibly redirected to fighting the Islamic State. Yes, I will be going. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll make a post on my my YouTube, and or you can you know, you have my Twitter. Contact me on Twitter, and I'll get your number or something, and we could probably meet up there. I'll send you my info. Okay, yep. That sounds good. But yes, I will be there. We decided to go about a week ago. We said, all right, we're going. We've already got all our reservations and everything. I think my sister just sent me the tickets. I'm going along with my friend, but hey, dude, well, link up with us. You can come hang out with me and my family. I can't get anybody else to travel from Louisiana but my sister. So I get it. But yeah, my family, I'm sure they'll welcome you. We can all hang out and watch the inauguration. I'll probably be streaming on my phone or something. I think we're getting there. So I think we're staying in somewhere outside, about 40 minutes away. I don't remember where. But I think we're getting there on Saturday. I believe we're getting on there on Saturday. Maybe Sunday. I don't remember. But I know we will be there until like Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday. I don't quite remember. I'm going to have to contact my family tomorrow and find out. But I'll be streaming tomorrow, so when I find out, we can talk about it. I let them handle all the reservations because I really didn't feel like doing it. I kept telling my dad, I was like, yeah, I'll handle it. And then he went ahead and did it. I was like looking at tickets and reservations, and I kind of got annoyed. I'm getting there the 19th and leaving the 20th. I think that's about what we're doing. Because everything's cheaper from the 19th to the 21st. If you get there at the 18th, it's a little bit more expensive. I'm going to New York for 2 days before. That's pretty cool. Good luck there. You probably won't ever see me in New York. Not after shit like Daniel Penny. Yeah, New York is a shithole. I have a couple friends in New York, but they're in upstate. It's a little better. I'm drinking this Mountain Dew. I shouldn't drink it this late, but... Okay, we watched that. You want to see? Let's see what this loser has to say.
SUV-sized drones in New Jersey. Dozens of reports seen near military bases, armories, civilian areas, over people's houses, properties owned by President-elect Trump. The FBI says they've been investigating it for a month. A month? But many, like my next guest, say the response has been tepid. What
Dude,
could they be, and how is this so
dude
hard
is so
to figure
dramatic.
out? Joining us now is New Jersey State Senator John Bramnick and former defense and intel official who investigated UFOs for the federal government, Luis Elizondo. Thank you for having both of you here. I appreciate it. Senator,
he got Luis Elizondo on the show.
Let me ask you, what do you make of how your requests to satisfy people's curiosity have been met by other officials?
Not very well. Either the government doesn't know anything, or the government is in a position where it's an embarrassment to the people of the state of New Jersey, because people already come to the table with distrust of government. This adds to distrust. And I'm deeply concerned that people are going to come up with conspiracy theories. You see them on the internet all the time. So this double down.
It's too late for that.
Double downs on the people who make up
I'm concerned there's going to be conspiracy theories. Have you been on Twitter, bro?
Theories, and also don't trust government. So it has a double whammy on government.
Have they told you anything, Senator, about what to say or what to think?
My opinion, if you get more distrust in government, the happier I am. So don't answer it.
The only thing I heard is Governor Murphy did a press conference while he was signing another bill, and he indicated he wasn't concerned with the safety of residents. But the residents I represent are deeply concerned that they need a lot more information than a blanket statement that it's still safe out there. That's simply not enough. We're going to have a briefing tomorrow in Trenton, and I'm looking forward to hearing what they have to say.
Well, you got a platform here to tell the country what you're finding out and what you're not finding out whenever you want it. Mr. Elizondo, it's good to have you again. What's your guess on this? I mean, look, the good news is you see a lot of navigation lights on these things. You see red and greens on a lot of these,
on the show.
which, as you know, are familiar lighting that people put on drones over a certain size. What's your guess as to why there's so many over Jersey all of a sudden?
Well, Chris, surprisingly enough, it's not just over Jersey. Recently, over a few weeks ago, we had a very similar issue over Langley Air Force Base, one of our most sensitive military installations. And frankly, if you look back the last 4 or 5 years, there was actually a very similar occurrence back in Colorado, where for weeks, local and state law enforcement officials were chasing these things in the skies, almost doing a racetrack pattern, and no one seemed to know what the heck was going on. Actually, this is one of the very reasons why I decided to testify before Congress a few weeks ago, because quite frankly, we don't really have control of our U.S. airspace. We don't have awareness of what are in our sky.
Yeah, that's not good. Even if this isn't Iran, we definitely look weak. I mean, if the government wants to look strong, they should come out and say, yeah, this is us, instead of saying, well, we don't really know. So if it is us, we're incredibly stupid for pretending like we don't know what it is, because this just signals to other countries that you can fly into our airspace with impunity, just like the Chinese balloon.
Eyes.
Do you believe that the FBI has been looking for a month and doesn't have any answer about what these are when there's so many?
Well, I've worked with the FBI in the past, and they tend to be very, very competent when they're doing investigations. I do believe they have some answers. I don't think they have all the answers yet. What further makes this more complicated, you have an issue where these things are being seen over civilian airspace, so you have jurisdictional issues, right? You have, from a federal perspective, you have FBI leading the law enforcement investigation, but you also have the Department of Defense. You have folks like the U.S. Air Force and Office of Special Investigations. You have DHS and even the FAA. And so all these federal agencies, forget about even the state and local agencies, are trying to work together and try to deconflict what's in the skies. And unfortunately, they just don't seem to have a common operating picture right now of exactly what we're dealing with.
All right, that's enough of that. I don't care how many times Luis Elizondo says that these government agencies are trying to work to figure things out. Either they know what it is or they don't give a fuck. Now, this is interesting. Chinese national arrested after drone flown over U.S. air base. Aircraft said to have taken photographs on same-day SpaceX rocket launched with sensitive payload. And, of course, you got to sign up to read it. Okay. Go F yourself, Telegraph. Alright. Doom scroll the Twitter. Yeah, it's got to be us. It has to be us. I can't imagine. I mean, like you said, the only thing I can guess is they're trying to fearmonger. Oh, what did this loser have to say?
What the Pentagon... Jen, Sabrina...
This is the Deputy Defense Secretary? You're shitting me, right? Did I see that right? Oh, Deputy Defense I mean, even still. Deputy Defense Press Secretary. So this person is the spokesperson for defense. Brother, brother. It's a man's job.
Jen, Sabrina, can you tell me what the Pentagon is doing to address this issue of drone sightings over New Jersey? It's near sensitive installations. The FBI is involved. What is the Pentagon doing?
Sure. So at this time, aware of those drone sightings that have been reported, at this time we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but at no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Can you rule out that
Quick, we need a woman of color in the defense press secretary spot.
These are American drones? Or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States.
The mere fact that they said that there's a freaking Iranian mothership, like, this congressman really thinks that we're all stupid. There's a mothership operated by Iran off the coast in New Jersey. A fucking mothership. Like, the Iranians just pulled up with the mothership to push drones into the country. How stupid are we? Like, and a lot of people believed it. Like, oh, there's a mothership off the coast. Like, it's like Iran's a fucking alien.
Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
No words, dude. I got no words. I got no words that this congressman came out and said that there's a freaking Iranian mothership off the coast sending drones, and then also no words that this is our deputy defense press secretary. So, yeah. I can't wait till we put strong men back in the positions of our defense. She kind of looks like Laura Loomer, if you think about it. I don't know how I feel about Laura Loomer, by the way. I really don't. It's just like, she's the woman version of Milo Yiannopoulos. And it's funny as hell that her and Milo are like now mortal enemies. And that Milo basically helped extinguish her from the Trump camp. She's basically the woman version of him. It's just conservative politics, man. It's such an interesting world. Alright, what else we got? A spooky mystery drone. Okay, that was days ago. I don't see anything interesting. The Goodfellas. Everyone in New Jersey and New York. Such a great movie. I'm a pilot, so like every time I see a plane, I'm like that guy in Goodfellas, just looking out the freaking. Yes, they allow me to fly planes. It's very surprising. All right. Bring on Skynet and drones.
The fuck
right,
is
so
it doing
here's
right
one.
now?
I think there's one in the upper top right too.
What is that? What the fuck?
Yeah, I know you can see the activate windows. I can't figure out why it won't activate.
Yo, this is nuts. This is fucking nuts.
I replaced my motherboard and now it won't activate my windows, so I'm a little pissed off about that.
What the fuck? It's going up. Yo, look. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, look at that one.
It's just drones. It's not really crazy. What's crazy is that we don't have an answer.
There's like 1, 2, 3. Look, where the fuck is it going?
To wherever it's flying to. It's not the fact that drones are flying that I'm worried about. It's the government not giving us an answer. China's 10-ton monster drone mothership could unleash swarms midair. Okay, I didn't know that China had a 10-ton drone mothership. Actually, I think I did know that. I just didn't know. I don't know much about it. They didn't teach us that in aeronautical school. Yeah, who fucking knows? I don't know what they are. Like, no amount of my pilot skills can help me figure out what these are. I mean, they're obviously drones. I just don't know where they're from. Oh! Wait, what did it just do? Wait, it shined a laser? Wait, this thing is beaming back laser? This ain't in New Jersey. This is interesting. This can't be in New Jersey, is it? I want to see that again. Did they beam it at first and it beamed it back? Yeah, they got the laser. I see. Oh my god, that's cool. Dude, what if this video, this doesn't look like it's New Jersey. What if this is a UFO and it's like it beamed back their laser pointer? That would be insane. That would be insane. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know they're lighting up all kinds of weird ways.
Committee.
Here's the dumbass that said it's Iran.
The real deal, Harris. You know, I'm also on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee, and I've gotten to know people, and from very very qualified sources, very responsible sources. I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off, I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched
Okay, well, prove it, asshat.
You can see or hear, and again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, you know, we know there was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know.
And those are some big-ass drones, dude.
Really glorified hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are...
I hate politicians so much. I fucking hate them so much. Oh, you can't hate politicians enough. My sources are good. They're very important sources. I can't tell you who they are, but my sources are good. Fuck you. I can't stand that kind of crap. I'm telling you, I have very high-level sources. They're good. I can't tell you who they are, but I'm telling you they're good sources. Don't worry. It's Iran. They got a mothership, and they're trying to fuck us up.
Speaking to me in confidentiality, these drones should be shot down. Whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine, or whether it is Iran, and I think it very possibly could be, they should be shot down.
Okay, so first it's like, it's definitely an Iranian mothership. Iran sent a mothership, and they're sending drones, but now it could be Iran. You fucked yourself, homie.
We are not getting the full deal, and the military is on alert with this.
Look, you've given us some pretty dire information just here, and I want to make sure that our viewers are digesting this. Iran has the capability to pull up along our eastern seaboard and launch drones the size of an SUV into the skies.
Yep, this is definitely fear-mongering. So the Pentagon came out and said this wasn't true. This asshat goes on TV. He's like, my sources tell me. I mean, how much you want to bet some defense contractor told him, I need you to go on Fox News and say it's Iran and they're about to fucking kill us all? Do it now. We just got Syria. Right now's the time.
Particularly New Jersey, where we know the incoming president has a large home. Also in the same county or nearby where some of these drones in New Jersey have been seen. That capability exists. It's possible some of those drones are here. So I have two questions. How are they fueling them? They have to land somewhere. Drones don't fly forever. Why don't they close down the airspace? Yes, it's
they have a mothership,
yes,
Faulkner. Didn't you hear him?
Shut it down. But if you start shooting things and you don't know how they're fueled, that's going to be mass explosions. This isn't like one spy balloon. Congressman, this is serious.
We've got to bring them down, and we've got to find a way to bring them down. I don't know exactly where they're landing. Obviously, I have some information.
Why don't you just ask them nicely?
This isn't just Jeff Van Drew. Oh, let's get on Harris Faulkner's show and say something outrageous. I'm telling you, the straight deal from very high positioned.
It's hilarious that he said that. I'm not just getting on your show to say something outrageous when I'm on your show saying something outrageous.
Who are telling me this. And the bottom line is they're launching them. They are across the country. We don't even have anything like this.
No.
Our government and
what?
Also certainly.
Okay. I haven't been in the military for 5 years. But even when I was in the military, shit. Damn, I'm getting old. It's been a lot. It's been longer than 5 years. But even when I was in the military, we had capabilities like this. What the fuck is he talking about? We don't even have capabilities like this. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I've seen it. I was an aviation mechanic. I've been in aviation since I was 19. We have this, homie.
Our hobbyists don't. So think about it. It's not only do I have the information, but it's also common sense. We've got to get them down. We've got to determine how they function, what they do, make sure that we can get them. And
we don't even have this capability.
When I say shoot them down, get them down any way that you can. But right now they're probably extracting information.
Yeah, let's go shoot down SUV-sized drones over freaking neighborhoods in New Jersey. Very smart. Very smart.
There's a clear and present danger to the United States and to our president-elect, and it's a serious business.
Okay. Fuck that guy. Complete nonsense. That we don't even have that capability part really pisses me off. Like, dude, I have been in the hangars with this capability. Shut up. I've been to where they launch drones much bigger than this. These people, man. People actually listen to these fools. Somebody was on Fox News watching this like, oh my God, the Iranians are about to kill us all. Fuck. These poor bastards. Okay, so listen, if this was real, if the Iranians were really pushing a mothership and sending out swarms of drones into the United States, the Pentagon would be all over. They'd be like, fuck yeah, it's happening. We gotta strike them now. Send nukes. Let's go. I'm telling you, the Pentagon would be up in arms, ready to start World War III if that was the case. They've been itching for a war with Iran for the last 20 years. So trust me, if they're saying it's not true, it's not true. I can't imagine that they wouldn't be on board with bombing them down. Crazy times, man. Crazy times. I don't even know what else to say about that. What other stories we got? Anything good? Oh, dipshit resigned, or plans to resign. Christopher Wray, that's hilarious. I think we got a story from Israel and Syria. That's pretty interesting. All right, so while radical Sunni militants were conquering Damascus, Israel was conducting an absolutely massive bombing campaign inside Syria that is unlike anything we have seen before. Okay, I don't like this source. This is that crazy source. Alright, I guess I don't have anything. What time is it? We're at 40-minute mark. Oh, let's doom scroll. I think I got some good clips. So it's my birthday month. Why am I getting all these freaking videos of people in the water fucking with sharks? Oh my gosh, dude. They're really trying to push like this Syria thing is such a good thing, man. What is this position? I am pleased to announce that Kari Lake will serve as our next director of the Voice of America. What even is that? I mean, I'm happy for her that she's getting a position. I don't even know what that is. She will be appointed by and work closely with our next head of the U.S. Agency for Global Media, okay, who I will announce soon, to ensure that American values of freedom and liberty are broadcast around the world. So, propaganda. I mean, it's the kind of propaganda I agree with. But hey, I mean, as long as she's pushing conservative values, I'm all for it. It's a really weird position to give her. I guess not. I mean, she was in media for years. Alright, we got anything? What is this? Is this what the world's coming to? Okay, let me check one thing. Trying to find something good to end the stream with. Oh, I want to watch this. This is an ad for Sean Ryan's upcoming show. Let's watch that. I would love to see what the next CIA targeted the upcoming attack on America. Sean Ryan is such a G, dude. He has some of the best guests. So this is the ad for his upcoming episode.
You posted something about the Pentagon getting pissed off at you and sending you an email that they don't appreciate you disseminating open source information and that you're not doing it through the proper channels. Former CIA officer, Libyan crisis before, during, and after the 9/11 attacks, counterterrorism analyst, targeter for the CIA, senior advisor on the Select Committee on Benghazi, NGO official working across multiple conflict zones, including Afghanistan, Ukraine, and Sudan, known to be 10% humanitarian, 90% warlord. We have a love-hate relationship.
So we are the ones on the ground getting the information. So it's obviously not classified channels, right? We're not going to foreign militaries. You know, we're not going to the intelligence community and getting this information. So it's publicly available, and we can basically share it with whomever we want because it's completely unclassified.
According to intelligence reports cited by international media, Hamza bin Laden, the son of Al-Qaeda chief Osama bin Laden, is alive and leading the terror outfit. International media reports suggest that Hamza is secretly running the Al-Qaeda from Afghanistan.
Fucking disgraceful.
The last piece is they want this October 7th style attack in multiple places in Europe and then in the U.S. And that's the one that Scott talked to you about that we had, you know, in the AQ 2.0 book. But I realized he didn't give it to you when he was here.
Al-Qaeda 2.0, the upcoming attack on the United States and Europe unveiled.
The outlet said that the man dubbed the Crown Prince of Terror is hiding in northern Afghanistan under the constant protection of 450 snipers.
You know, these guys, I remember, I think it was you that posted a video of an Al-Qaeda training camp, and it was almost like a display. It looked like a well-done YouTube video of skills. Is that common?
Yeah, but that's a step down. So
that was really good.
That's Taliban.
I mean, I'm gonna overlay that video for the audience to see just how sharp these guys are getting. I mean, that's really good.
Well,
when I saw that, it scared the shit out of me.
Remember, their life is they train all the time.
Why would you come from all across the world through the southern border of this country? I think the chances are that there's some bad intentions there for some of these people.
I don't know if you saw, but Scott Mann and I went and met with Governor DeSantis and briefed this to him, and he said, I've received no threat reporting at all on terrorism from the federal government. So they're not passing anything down to...
So just so you know who this is a CIA targeter. She's very, very knowledgeable on Al-Qaeda, Taliban, the entire region. And she's been saying for a while that we have basically helped fund the Taliban and Al-Qaeda and made them extremely strong. And they are openly talking about planning an attack on America. And a lot of it has to do with the CIA funding. We have basically been funding, the Biden administration has been funding them to plan an attack on America. Sound familiar? It should sound very fucking familiar. Well, it's currently happening again, and the Taliban and Al-Qaeda have gotten stronger than they've ever been, even since 9/11, and they're planning another attack on America. And all of their funding, well, half of their funding is coming from the West. So the United States government is currently actively involved in funding terrorists who are openly wanting to attack us. That's who this is.
So anyone who's like, yeah, this is all happening behind the scenes, don't worry, everyone's prepared, our law enforcement knows. Most of the country have never heard Al-Qaeda's planning an attack here.
It sounded like DeSantis actually took it very seriously.
He did. He, the next day, briefed the sheriffs, every sheriff in the state of Florida, and told them there's a potential threat.
I wonder if there's a way to get DeSantis to have a chat with Bill Lee, the governor of Tennessee, to start standing something up like that, because I thought that was genius.
New at noon, Governor DeSantis taking new action in the border crisis.
Biden has the authority to close this border today if he wanted to. He lacks the will to get the job done.
I love seeing you and having...
He doesn't just lack the will. They are openly doing it. They are purposely doing it. These people who are controlling us right now openly want these people to attack us. For whatever reason. Probably to get us into a war with Iran. We will be attacked. Mark my words. You can come back to this episode. You can go back to Sean Ryan's episode that's coming up. We will be attacked. And it will be by Al-Qaeda. Again. And they will blame it on Iran. Mark my fucking words.
Having you on the show, and then every time you leave, I'm pissed off about everything you're talking about.
Sean Ryan's production value is getting really well. I'm really enjoying it.
Writes a weekly intelligence report, all things terrorism. It's in the Sean Ryan Show newsletter. You can go to SeanRyanShow.com. There's a sign-up link. It'll be in your inbox.
So what we do is when we get threat information, we pass it to where it belongs. Sometimes a threat is against a foreign government, so we'll send.
That would be my guess too, RU, but if you think about it, what perfect way to actually force a war is if it's under the Trump administration, we get severely attacked and the whole country demands retaliation, and Trump will end up having to be the guy to do it. It kind of makes sense to wait. It kind of makes sense. Because then Trump, the guy who ran on anti-war, has no choice. He has no choice. And the American people will support him in doing it. That's what's going to be crazy. It's the craziest psyop in history. If it happened right now, the American people would blame the Biden administration for causing it and would not want to retaliate. If it happens under Trump, the guy who wants to be anti-war, it could have a completely different effect. Everybody's like, no, fuck no, you're not going to attack us. And you might see the masses support retaliation. And that would be that's how my brain works, at least. Could be wrong, but I do foresee an attack coming. I mean, this lady here is, everything she said so far has been completely correct for years. I've seen her last episode on Sean Ryan, and I was worried just like you that attack was going to happen before the election, but now when I'm thinking about it, it might be perfect to do it under Trump. Interesting.
To maybe like the ambassador at the embassy in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, his production's getting so good, dude.
So how can the Russians be involved? Because there was that big mall attack from ISIS, which if all these networks are connected.
Right. The thing is, just like us, Russia had to go to the Taliban to collect on ISIS and to go against ISIS, just like we do. Northern Afghanistan is run by an individual named Gulmurad Khalimov. He is basically one of the main enemies in the world of Russia. He used to run the Tajikistan Special Forces. He defected to ISIS.
Forward.
Dude, Syria is such a wild-ass place, bro. They've been planning this stuff out. Look at how far they've been planning. They're planning into 2040.
And then there is the restoration of the caliphate. So the Syria push is the restoration of the caliphate. The Mali push is the restoration of the caliphate. So he's just doing his father's old goals, but faster, and he's using all the other terrorist groups to make it happen. It's not going to be Al-Qaeda reaching these goals. It's going to be Al-Qaeda, ISIS, whomever.
It's going to be a great episode. Yeah, Sean Ryan, his show is getting so good. One of my favorite YouTubers right now. So, Sarah Adams, you can go see her first episode on Sean Ryan. Very, very intelligent person. She knows quite a bit about this. She was on there a year ago. She had 2 parts.
And Quetta.
So, she talks about the Afghan withdrawal disaster, terrorist connections, capturings of certain people, and in her other one, she talks about a lot. This one she talked about Tripoli, post-Gaddafi, Arab Spring, Benghazi attacks, leaving the CIA, terrorists that are currently at large, terrorists on the offense, and now she's coming back in this episode. I don't think they would get India. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so either. They want to really badly. I don't see that happening. The Indians for a while now have been like, nah, fuck off. They have their own problems, but the Indians, they come together when they need to. We're in such interesting geopolitical times, though, man. It's the world that Trump is about to inherit is kind of scary. The things that he is about to have to navigate, we gotta pray that he's around the right people. It's going to be fun. Yeah, I mean, listen. Oh yeah, dude, I'm not gonna mention anything I have online. I'm not gonna talk about that stuff. But I'm covered. I've been doomsdaying for the last decade. I got enough for like a year. Yeah. I got enough for that, and then I also have stuff that's kind of in the wilderness somewhere with a rock on top of it to mark its spot. So there was about, I would say about 10 months ago, I brought some stuff into the woods with a shovel. Yeah, I think I live in the country, like, and what's really great is we have a bridge out, so you have to take the back roads, like little bitty small roads, to get to my house because the bridge is out, and they haven't fixed the bridge in like the last year. And I'm kind of hoping if shit hits the fan, they don't fix the bridge, so that way it's going to be really hard for people to get to me. Because there's only one major highway to me. The other way is you have to go through all these back country roads to get to me. And it's like multiple turns. And without taking those roads, you're not going to get to me. So I kind of like where I'm at. I'm in a small city, but we're all preppers. Yeah. It doesn't hurt to be in a small community. I have about 3 or 4 neighbors, and we're all spread out. And I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. Look up your city. What's the name of it? Okay. Okay, you're in Idaho.
You can't breathe, I can't breathe. All lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter.
Well, this is what protesters in Coeur d'Alene looked like earlier tonight near Wyncote.
I would take a look at that protection.
Okay, so everybody's just ready to fucking rock.
So they could do so safely. Now, those protesters told me they welcome that protection.
I see that. Everybody's just hanging out with guns and Trump.
I've been watching this, and then when I heard that they're doing...
And again, the tone in both locations were mostly calm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, at least you're in somewhere where people don't fuck around. Wait, you need to see downtown. Yeah. Here, let's see. That's pretty awesome. I mean, everybody where I'm at's armed too, but it's pretty cool if a community can come together and. Yeah, that's nice. I love how they make it look like it's dreamy. That's pretty cool. It's not. Doesn't look like a bad place to live. You want to know where I live? So I live about. I'm not gonna say exactly, but I live about 20 miles from the nearest town. That's how far out I am, and it's a very small town. I live about an hour or so from Baton Rouge. I didn't mean to. I don't want to look at Hillary Clinton. Oh, my city's one of the best places in the country. Yeah, it looks nice. So I live in like right outside of one of these old school plantation style towns in Louisiana. You see all these plantation old buildings. This is basically the kind of buildings you see where I'm from. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy if everybody was moving there though. That kind of ruins the place. They better get with the program. Okay, that's good. As long as they're conservative. You need to put up like a sign in the town. It's like if you're not right, you ain't right, or some shit. My town, so I'm actually from somewhere else, but the town I live in outside now, it's actually got a really sad history. So some of the black people back in the day when they did the segregation thing, Louisiana was like lagging way behind. They were like, nah, fuck that. And they took all the blacks and they forced them into this town called Clinton and basically forced them to live there. It's like, we don't have to segregate if you all live here. And that's kind of what happened. And then some of them were part of those experiments back in the day. There was some MK Ultra shit going down. Yeah, so one of the guys that was associated with Jack Ruby lived out here at one point, and he was doing some weird shit with the black community that I don't really want to get into, but yeah, it's a dark history. We had Ruby Ridge next to him. Oh, that's horrible. That's such a horrible story. I get so pissed off every time I think about that. That and Waco, I get enraged. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, we have a shitty government, dude. We have a shitty I'm in Louisiana, so my government is very, very, very corrupt. Very corrupt. You think everywhere else is corrupt? Come down to Louisiana, you're gonna find out. I bet it's pretty out there though. Yours is fine. That's good. I wish my government was fine. I've been very vocal against the Louisiana government for a long time. They don't like me. But luckily they've never put me in jail. Texas is the only state that's ever put me in jail. Funny enough. But I don't, since I live in Louisiana, I'm a resident of Texas, but I am from Louisiana, but since I live back in Louisiana, yeah, North Idaho is the best spot in the country. I've heard Idaho's really beautiful. That's why the Weavers moved out there, was because it was a good place to escape. Yeah, if I ever had to leave, that would probably be one I would look at. Yeah, because I live in Louisiana now, I don't poke the bear here. I used to, when I lived outside of it, I'd poke the bear, but I'm not fucking with this government here. There's some stories I could tell you. Some really fucked up shit. Here, look up. Do you know the show True Detective? You ever heard of that show? Like, this is where the True Detective thing... Okay, True Detective is based off something that happened in the town next to where I grew up. Yes, the first season. So look up, here, I'll type it in real quick just to double check. So, look up Hosanna Church in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. Here, I'll look it up for you. Sex charges follow a church's collapse. So basically, of course, you got to pay for it. So basically, this church was a sex cult, a satanic cult that was doing horrible things to children on top of pentagrams and shit. It's a really, really horrible story that I don't want to talk too much about. But that happened the town over from me back in like 2005. And I did a lot of heavy digging into this story. And the more you dig, the worse it gets, because there's like government officials that may or may not have been involved. And I can't prove it because the documents are sealed and you can't get any Freedom of Information request from it. I don't know why. Everything's redacted. And it's a very messed up story. And that is what the first season of True Detective was based off of, was that church. Pizzolatto, the director, explicitly said when they asked him what was the inspiration, he said, look up Hosanna Church. And my family knew the pastor. It's a really, really fucked up story. But that's where I grew up, Louisiana. So there's a lot of satanic cults down where I live. You just watched the show for the first time like a month? That's crazy. Well, I grew up a town over from what that show was inspired from. It's, I know a lot about the case, too. I'm not going to get into detail because I said a long time ago I wasn't going to talk. There was a point in time where I wanted to create a podcast specifically to talk about that case. And I didn't do it because there's still powerful people alive and well who are still in power. I don't want to touch that and get myself killed. There's some very sketchy stuff that I can't get into. Let's just say there's some corrupt DAs, and that's the most I'm going to say. Yeah, I would tell you in person. It's pretty crazy. My dad knows. My dad grew up with a guy who ended up getting like 3 life sentences from it. And they said that you would have never thought that he was like that, because he used to like lecture people about getting close to God and, you know, not going to bars and stuff like that. And meanwhile, he was leading a satanic cult and harming children. But there was other people involved that never were charged or brought in, or nobody knows who they are. I have an idea who some of them are, but nobody knows publicly. I have my theories. And there have been people who have wound up dead. Let's just say that. There's one guy, he wasn't investigating this particular case. He was investigating another cult. The South is very nuts. But there was a guy who was investigating another satanic cult about 2 towns over. Lots of old money and evil people. Yup. Yeah, you know. That's exactly what it is. Old money. Like, some very fucked up stuff. But this guy, he was investigating this this cult, and he told his friends, hey, I'm going to this place. I got to go investigate something. Apparently one of his friends ended up getting tied in with this cult, and he had to find out where they were. And he found dead in the swamp. Like half of his body was eaten by gators. And nowhere near where he was investigating. But he ended up being found in the swamp. And that's the sad part about it out here. A lot of these groups, they operate in places where if you go out there, it's plausible deniability. It's like, well, he just came out in the swamp. We didn't do anything. He got eaten by gators. So you can get away with so much. I live in a crazy place. That's why I really hate it here. But I have family here that I can't leave. So I don't want to leave. But it's very... Luckily, I live in a spot right now. It's far enough away from everything where I don't really feel... Because there's something in the air. When you're in a place that you know is evil, or that has a lot of evil around it, there's something in the air when you live there. Like, you can feel it. I've told people this for years. Where I'm from, I will never live there again. My whole family is here pretty much. That's good. Yeah, that's why I left when I was 19 and I moved back when I was 25. And I don't really want to leave them again because you miss so much. When you move away from your family, you miss a lot of things. You miss birthdays, and that's the only reason I moved back, is I realized, you know, now I might end up moving away again if I ever get a job opportunity. But, alright, dude. Well, it's 1 o'clock. I gotta get ready for tomorrow. I got a couple things I gotta do tomorrow. I will be back on tomorrow night, though. You gotta stop talking about Louisiana corruption before the freaking parish cops come and lock me up. Later, dude. We'll talk about DC in the coming days, and I'll let you know what's going on with that. But either way, thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for talking. I got to try to think about what we're going to cover tomorrow. I'm hoping some breaking news happens. But peace out. Have a great night, dude.